welcome to this Test Effect Masterclass. I'm Joshua Uchenna, and in this class, I'm going to be showing you how to create test effects that are attention grabbing using your smartphone. Now, this video is going to show you the basic things you need to know about test effect, the elements of test effects, typography, fonts, font types, creating ideas, and the rest. So, welcome once again and stick to the class. So this is the welcome note. This program was designed in a view to enhance as well as develop your skill as a graphic designer. The sections have been arranged sequentially for easy assimilation. The one goal I have is to teach you to become a test effect master. Scale up and earn more. Now, how will you scale up and earn more? When you start creating designs and you start applying test effects to your designs, it makes your designs appear top notch. And when you create top notch designs, there are chances that you are going to actually charge higher and your clients are going to pay you more, and then you are going to earn more that way. So welcome to the Test Effect class. I'm Uchenna and I'm excited to be your coach. So now, what is test effect? Like I said before, test effect is a modification of typography in a view to create emphasis or to make the content more engaging. Test effect is a modification of typography in a view to create emphasis. So the main thing actually there is to create emphasis in your design. The first place that the eye will go to is on the super. The first place that the eye will go to is on the super before other elements on the design. So the purpose of test effect is to create emphasis on your design, make the typography more engaging. Okay, now we'll talk about the elements of test effects. So the elements of test effects is a combination of things used to modify or make a text more engaging. They include strokes, shadows, embossed, texture, glow, color, curve, and more. For instance, the elements of test effects, to easily explain this, we can use a food, for instance. Now, when you want to cook a food, let me say rice, for instance, the finished product is the rice that you have cooked, the jollof rice you have cooked. Why the elements of that jollof rice is the maggi, the salt, the meat, the water, the raw rice that you have used for the rice, and the finished product is that your jollof rice that is sweet. So that's the same way it is. The elements of test effect are strokes, shadows, color, curves, emboss, and the rest. I'm bringing all these things together will give us a finished product called a test effect. So do you understand what is elements right now? So then we'll be moving over to how to get test effect ideas. If you are a beginner, this should not actually be a problem or an issue for you. To get test effect ideas, you can look at already made test effects on Freepik or Pinterest. Study them and try to modify them to your own taste. However, the most reliable source of fresh ideas is the Holy Spirit. Now, if you're watching this video and you usually are stranded, you don't know how to get test effect ideas, you create your own test effect from scratch. Probably you can go over to Pinterest, search on Chrome browser, you can search with your browser, search on Freepik to gain test effect ideas. Usually Photoshop test effect, I think that should be what you should be looking out for. Now, when you get these ideas, you try to recreate them, then modify them. Okay, that's how these test effects have been created. But then you want to get a fresh idea, you have to rely on the Holy Spirit. Okay, you stay in a quiet environment and then you try to listen to him and inspire you to create awesome test effects. Okay, we have said that already, we have explained this. Now let's go over to typography. Typography, in simple terms, refers to the style and the size of the letters used in design. Typography involves font, styles, structures, and appearance. Now, anything letter, text, whatsoever it is that you see in a design, that is called typography. Anything letter, font that you see in a design, that is called typography. The overall name is called typography. Now, under that typography, that is where we start seeing fonts, font style, structures, appearance, font family. All of them is known as typography. So that was why earlier on, while describing what test effect is, I said Text effect is the modification of typography in a view to create emphasis or make the content more engaging. So that is it for that. You have talked about typography, which is the simple terms refers to the style and the size of the letters used in design. Now we'll talk about the two major types of typography, and I'm going to explain them to you. We have the typeface and the font. So let's find out the difference between these two things: the typeface and the font. Typeface and the fonts, what are the difference? Typeface is a general font family, while the font is the members of a family. Typeface is a general font family, while the font is the members of the family. Actually, why I use this term is so it can be easy to understand for you. For example, Montserrat font is a typeface, while the children of the Montserrat typeface are the Montserrat bold, the Montserrat semi-bold, the Montserrat extra bold, and so on, which are known as fonts. I'll come again. Okay, so I will explain myself again. I will explain this again. Now, using your family for instance, let's say your family is the what? The Victor's family. The Victor's family. They know you as Victor. Okay, the Victor family. So now your family as a whole is called a typeface. Why you people which are members of that particular Victor family is called the fonts. Are the fonts. Alright. Now the typeface is the Victor. The Victor there is the typeface. Just like Montserrat is a typeface. Why the children there is you, your siblings, everything are the children there. So that's the children of Montserrat here is Montserrat bold, Montserrat semi-bold, Montserrat extra bold, Montserrat regular, Montserrat light, Montserrat extra light are the children of what? Montserrat. So the Montserrat itself is the typeface. Why those children are called the fonts. So now you understand the difference between a typeface and a font. Okay, let's go over to what is a font. A font is a specific style of the text that is printed on a page or displayed on a computer screen. When designers talk about fonts, they mean the design, size, and boldness of letters and symbols. Okay, so this is an example of what I was saying earlier. The roboto here, the roboto here. The roboto here is a name of a typeface. The roboto here is a typeface. Now, under that typeface, we have these fonts: Roboto Black, Roboto Bold, Roboto Medium, Roboto Regular, and Italics, Roboto Light, and Italics. Now, this Roboto Regular, Bold, Medium are the fonts. Why the typeface? The name of the typeface is what? Roboto. Okay, so let's go over to the next thing, which is the styles of fonts. The styles of fonts. Okay, now a font style refers to the specific design and appearance of characters in the typeface. It encompasses various attributes such as weight, spacing, and decorative elements of the letters. The font style is anyhow you see the font is the appearance of fonts, letters, the sizes, the weight, the way they appear. They are all called font styles. So let's go over to the type of fonts. We have serif, sans serif, script, and display fonts. Okay, you have a bit view here on those stuff, what it means. So we go over to details on it. The serif fonts. The serif fonts are fonts with extensions at the end of every stroke. They have extensions. At the end of every stroke. That is a serif font for you. You can see the extension here. You can see the extension. This extension is what makes it a serif font. This extension here, is what makes it a serif font. Okay, it's not the same for a sans serif. So the sans serif font is just the opposite of the serif font. They are fonts without extension at every stroke, at the end of every stroke. Let's go over to the script fonts. The script fonts are typefaces on the varied and often fluid stroke created by handwriting. These fonts are actually looking like fonts that are being created with the hand, that are being manually drawn. They looks like these are called handwriting fonts, the script fonts. Okay, so they are actually used when the information being passed is a friendly one. Okay, that's when you apply a script font. When you apply all these sans serif font and all these sans serif font, like I used here, all these sans serif font and the rest, it is when the information being passed is a serious one. Okay, but then when you use this, it's kind of a friendly font. So they are generally used for display or trade printing rather than text for extended body or text in the Latin alphabet. So a display font. A display font is a typeface that is intended to use in display type at large sizes for titles, headings, pull quotes, and other eye-catching elements rather than for extended passages of body text. Now you can see that this display font is used as headings and the rest. They look bold, usually look bold and attractive to the eye, so they use for the headings and the rest. So let's go over to the site. You can download free fonts. You can download free fonts. You have www.fontsquare.com, www.freefont.io, www.fonts.com, www.fontspace.com. Okay, so thank you to have read to this point, and I'm excited that you actually listening to this audio or watch this video to this point. So thank you so much. Connect with me. I'm Joshua Uchenna, and you can connect with me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube at Uchenna Joshua, or you can visit my link tree. Okay, linktree uchenna.joshua. So thank you so much for watching. See you. Catch you in the next video.